Hi, my name is Abhishek. I am a legal intern at Lexis and Company. So today's my topic is MC Mehta versus Union of India. So the emanating from the Himalayas, the Ganga flows south and then eastward and drains itself into the Bay of Bengal. The length of the river is 2,525 kilometers and has been a lifeline of many civilizations in India. Kanpur, with its population of 2.9 million people, becomes one of the biggest cities located on the bank of river Ganga and discharges a huge amount of waste into the river. The main pollutant from the city is the industrial and trade effluents from the leather industry. So the wastewater from this industry contains organic and toxic inorganic materials which when discharged in the water will deplete the level of dissolved oxygen in the water body and will lead to the death of aquatic life and would cause harm to any person who consumes this water. So the case was taken up by the Supreme Court by a writ petition filed by renowned lawyer Shri M.C. Mehta, who is regarded as a pioneer in the field of environmental law, and it was found that many industries on the bank of the river were discharging the effluents into the river even without primary treatment of the same. So this case is alternatively known as the Ganga solution case, the Kanpur leather tanneries case, or Mehta. So the facts of the case are such that the MC Mehta, an environmental lawyer and social activist, filed in public interest litigation in the Supreme Court of India against about 49 respondents, wherein respondents number 1 and respondent number 7 and 8 and respondent number 9 were Union of India. The chairman of the Central Board of Supervision and Control of Solution, the chairman of Uttar Pradesh Solution Control Board and Indian Set Standard Institute respectively, who were not held liable. The court ruling commenced in 1985 in the holy city of Haridwar and located along the banks of the stream Ganga when the matchsticks flung by a smoker resulted in the river bursting into a flames for over 30 hours. The fire was discovered to be a consequence of the presence of harmful inflammable compounds layer over the waters. The court had believed the issue to be one of the prime significance, and however the immense size of the case, that is the stretch of the river, was found to be troublesome. So issues are such as number 1, whether all the leather tanneries had at least set up a primary treatment plant. Second one, whether the state government had paid attention to the worsening condition of the sacred river and had initiated provision into the matter. Whether any steps, if at all, had been taken by the state, whether the similar industries should be funded or for setting up influent treatment plants. If yes, then what should be the criteria to determine small industries? And last one is what all steps should the central government must take to regulate pollutant discharge into the river throughout its course. So the judgment of this case is such that the court considered all the facts and gave the judgment in 1988. The court in this case stated that the petitioner was someone who was interested in protecting the people who were using the water, and he could file a petition to enforce statutory provisions against the Mahapalika and other officials involved. The court indicated that the several waterborne diseases that could result due to the polluted water and how it is very harmful for the common man. On the issue of whose responsibility was it, the court held that the industries were responsible to make sure that their waste is treated properly and then discharged. The court further said that an industry should be given a license only if they can demonstrate an adequate way of treating the waste. The existing industry, if found responsible for water pollution, and then strict action must be taken against him. So the court also ordered the tanneries to establish a primary treatment plant, if not secondary one. The court also held that the Mahapalika is responsible for not obliging to their duties and not taking any steps for prevention of water pollution. It issued direction to the Mahapalika to take immediate action for the same. The court also asked the central government to issue books free of cost in order to increase the knowledge regarding the environment of the general public. It also said that this judgment would be applicable to all the Mahapalika which have a jurisdiction over the river Ganga. So that's it. Thank you.